leave my girl Nikki. She has story for days.
Stories for
Let me
days.
put some this thing some my we'll hide our shame in public.
So let me tell y'all, right? So one day I was getting my hair done, right? This is a couple years ago, and I've been on dating sites hard. Okay, like when they first came out, I was like, all right, sign me up, like as the number 2 contestant, literally. So basically, I think I was on at the time. I don't even know what site it was. Let's just say I know it wasn't Hinge because Hinge is newer, but let's just say it was Hinge, right? So I like to sometimes like screenshot pictures of guys that I think is cute, and I like to send it to my friends like, oh, do you think he's cute? Me and him just matched, blah blah blah, right? So this one random day, I go on this thing called Style Seat. Style Seat is basically an app that you can kind of book people that do hair, lashes, makeup, nails, blah blah blah.
I didn't know that.
Right. So I went on that app or whatever, and I booked a random hairstylist. So I ended up going to her house. She's doing my hair. She's like braiding my hair, whatever. And while she's braiding my hair, I'm just kind of like swiping through my phone or whatever, and I'm sending pictures to my friends of guys that I'm matching with or whatever. So she has her friend there, like her best friend was there. So she's doing my hair. So let's say you're me, right? She's doing my hair, and then I hear her like just whispering behind me, but I can't see her. But she's like,
on your head.
yeah, but like she was whispering to her friend. But I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's just saying something that she just doesn't want me to hear that has nothing to do with me, but she's just, talking to her friend. So she's like, so I'm just like, okay, whatever. Next thing you know, she's braiding my hair, and she's like, you know what's funny? I was like, what? It's funny that you got a picture of my man in your phone.
Shit!
I almost threw up and cried at the same time. I was like, wait, what? She was like, and she was still doing my hair. She's like, my man's in your phone. I'm like, oh my gosh, man. I'm like, now it looks like I purposely booked with her, and I was trying to like be cute, like, oh, I have your girlfriend doing my hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it really wasn't like that. It was the biggest coincidence in life. And I feel like my life is always like that, though. So it's like, that's not even shocking for me. But I'm just like, wait, which one is your man? Like, now I'm stuttering because I don't want her to beat me up. You know what I mean? Like, she's like 5'11", 5 feet, and she got her homegirl with her. I'm like, I'm stuttering. I'm like, no, because my phone, like, I sent pictures. Like, wait, which one's your man? Like, I was confused, right? I was confused. And she's like, oh, go back. And then she showed me. She was like, him. And I was like, I'll delete him right now. Like, I'll just delete him right now. And so I deleted him, and I'm just like, I promise I did not know that was your man. I'm like, me and him matched, and I normally send my homegirl or whatever, like, pictures of guys that I match with. I didn't know he had a girlfriend. Me and him never spoke. We never messaged each other. It was just guys that I matched with that I thought was cute, that I sent to my girl. Like, that's it. And it was so awkward. Like, she kept doing my hair, and she did finish my hair. And she ended up saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to invite you to one of my game nights. I'm like, okay.
True professional.
I was like, okay. But I'm just like, I promise, like, I'm sorry that happened. I'm like, I really don't know him. Like, she's like, yeah, I know he was a cheater anyways, and da-da-da, I'm going to call him, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know where that girl is now, but isn't that crazy that would happen to me?
Girl, 2 of my phones have died. Is this a sign?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
They're just trying to tell me that they need to be charged.
Nicki Minaj, oh my God.
You guys, wasn't that a crazy freaking story? Like, I'll beat up on the top of my head without even knowing. Like, literally. Like... I swear you're such a good storyteller.
The medical. Carl called and take her to the hospital.
That I left the house. But that's a coincidence. Like out of all the people in the whole world, I happened to book her, the girlfriend of the guy in my phone. Like, where they do that at? Like, what? Oh my gosh. Like, what in the God given? So 2 of Korra's phone died. So there's a total of four phones right now that are set up. And you guys are the last 2 standing. There's 2 more phones because 2 phones already died. So I think this is probably Facebook. And I think this one is maybe TikTok, maybe? Or YouTube? Yeah, you guys are the last man standing. Oh, wait. Story time with Nikki should be your content. I know, Latanya. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Huge coincidence. Huge. It smells good. You spray something? You smell luscious.
Thanks, baby.
Is that a pear?
An apple.
No, okay.
You don't even eat in my house.
Because you don't cook.
I cook.
You cook for, it's called Russ Kitchen, but she never cooked for Nikki's stomach. This girl, now I'm trying to gain weight and she's not feeding me. I don't get it. Thank you, Michelle. That happened with you also, Cheryl? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What happened?
Something happened that was similar to some of your followers. That spray smells so good. I'm loving it.
Thank you.
I'm loving it.
So, Nikki, another story.
Grandma, give me a topic.
Say sing for us, Nikki.
Okay.
Okay.
Love.
Woohoo! Yes.
Those are the things we have to tell you.
Woohoo!
But I'm afraid I don't know the words.
Ooh.
And there's a possibility that you'll look at me differently, love.
Ooh. Sing it, baby.
Ever since the first moment I saw your face,
Choo. Child.
from then on I knew
Okay.
that by you being in my life,
Woohoo.
things were destined to change in
Woo.
love.
Come on, girl, sing it.
Those are the things I have to tell you.
Okay.
Love.
Love. Go,
For
girl.
better or worse, I still will choose you first.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
Korra, take the second verse.
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
What song was that?
You remember that song?
If it's
You look
R&B.
like you knew it. Oh, that was Music Soul Child Vibes version, the Kids Bop version.
If it's R&B, count me out.
Oh, really? Okay, let me see. Okay, what genre do you know other than Afrobeats?
Hmm?
Do you know like oh, do you know what, like Whitney Houston and stuff? That genre, R&B.
I can try.
If I should stay,
Okay.
I'll only
Come on now.
be in
Yeah.
your way.
Ooh, child.
Crescendo, honey. So I'll go.
It's giving crescendo.
So I know
Okay.
I will only be in your way.
Okay. Ooh, dang. The ad-lib. Sheesh.
In time.
Oh my God, melt my heart and take my soul away, baby. Oh my God.
Whenever someone tells me to sing, I always go tenor first. I don't know why.
You even know the notes you're singing in. You know the notes that you say you cannot sing.
I always go tenor, but I'm going for bass. But I can only do tenor.
Oh, Nikki, they sent you stars for the voice.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
My album is coming out.
Period.
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Love the vibrato. Okay, you heard that, the little.
As the Bambia Smith, thank you. And
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna start off with a little contour.
Contour, okay. This is the foundation. Is it too dark?
You guys, when I say I'm so not good with makeup, I don't know what it's called. I just do my face the way I know how to do my face, but I don't know what anything is called.
Really? So how do you buy the products for your face?
Anything that I already have. I'm such a anything that I already have type of girl. If I have it in my kitchen, it can be cooked. If I don't have it, it's not gonna be cooked. Which is what it is.
That's a good girl.
It's just what it is. What's
She's
up?
an economical girl. I like girls like you. You're the type of girl I like to take to the club. Because it's everything that you already have. No expensive bottles.
See, I'm the kind of girl that I'll drink before the club. Unless a man is paying for the drinks, I'm going to drink before the club. I'm going to go to the club lit, not get lit at the club. Okay? Period.
You go to the club and buy the aesthetic drink, the one you hold in your hand, but not the one that gets you lit.
Right.
That one.
Because you're already lit.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so funny.
That's a city girl's hack.
Let us tell you guys the story about the time I got kicked out the club because of the girl I was with.
Can you please tell that story? Because I've heard the story.
Oh my gosh. So, first of all, when it comes to female friends in LA, Korra is the only one I have. And to be very honest with you, she's the only one I want. I'm so turned off by female friends in LA, like that want to live that Hollywood LA.
The ones that they'll be like, you do coke? Like, I'm gonna show you.
I'm done. So I went to a Hollywood club, minding my business with my little heels on. So I'm there looking cute. My homeboy invited me to the club or whatever. My homeboy, he be like getting into clubs free. He got us into the club free. Like, he's like a somebody in terms of getting into like the American clubs. So I invite this girl. I'm gonna give her a name. Her name is Tina. So I invite.
Let's call her Tina Agaracha must go.
What? Tina what?
Tina Agaracha too. Come on.
I don't even know what that means, but okay. So I go to the club with Tina. I'm looking cute, have my little fur coat on, you know, looking real bougie. And before the club, I gave the girl a pep talk, right? I was like, listen, when we go to this little American club, look extremely unavailable. Look nice, sweet, whatever, but look don't look so approachable. Like, I don't want men to feel like we're so easy to be approached. You know what I mean? Like, you want to look like a little bougie. You know what I mean? So she's like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna look up. I'm gonna look, bougie. I'm not gonna look approachable.
I gotta chat to Kobo.
Right? I'm like, okay. So we get to the club, and strike one, I already know it's gonna be a not so good night because we're at the club where I'm calling my friend and I'm waiting for him to come and basically like enter us in.
Period.
So while I'm waiting for him to come to enter us in.
By the way, Nicki's alter ego when we go out, just know that Nicki Minaj don't play outside. When we are outside, it's a different Nicki. It's not dancing Nicki. Nicki is serious. I just want you to know that the persona you see online is not the one you're gonna see in the club. In the club, she's gonna be like, and who's your daddy? Get the away from me.
I'm just very much so like, because you have to be like, you have to be alert, understand what's happening, what's going on, and don't look so approachable. So the girl, remind you, this is the girl that we just had a conversation. We're not gonna be approachable, right? We're waiting for the guy.
It came out of this ear. It's on the other one.
It didn't even go through the ear. Okay, we're outside waiting. This girl finds the nearest available trash can. She's holding on to the trash can. She's like,
Jesus.
Holding on to the trash can. I already knew the night was going downhill from there, okay? Embarrassed. So now I'm embarrassed. Now I don't like being embarrassed. I'm like, yo, chill. So we got into the club or whatever. Or whatever, and then of course, these guys want to buy us drinks or whatever. So before they buy us drinks, I buy us a drink. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get to the club and wait.
I told you,
someone.
Nicki Nabania, she don't play.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to get to the club and look like I'm waiting for a guy to buy me a drink. You know what I mean? So I buy myself a drink, and I bought the girl a drink too, just out of courtesy.
I would just take this drink, splash it all over.
So I ordered the whatever tequila, right? I said, house is good. House, thank you, ma'am.
I'm not trying to buy top shelf tequila. It's tequila,
honey. Whatever can get the job done. Period. Tequila, okay? So, and we already like took shots prior to coming. That's why she's on the trash can like. So I buy us the house tequila, and then next thing you know, when that drink is basically done or whatever, these guys come up to us and they're like, "Oh, can we buy you a drink?" Blah blah blah. And then at first we're kind of hesitant because you don't want to be like, like mad, like thirsty for a drink. So I'm like, okay, yeah, like that's okay, whatever. And then he's like, yeah, whatever you guys want.
I got a chat to Kobo was like, I want this.
She literally might as well have been like that. Like she's like, yeah, okay, and then he's like, he's acting like he's a baller, right? And he's like, yeah, just go to the counter, just order whatever y'all want. And she's like, oh, whatever you want. He's like, yeah. But typically, you guys, when a person is offering you a drink, a guy or a girl, but especially if you're a woman and a man is offering you a drink, don't order the most expensive drink in the building. Especially if you ain't trying to give out.
Except you're at agarachatina.com. Agarachatina.com, her brain is not working properly.
So like be nice to people. Like, don't just be like, oh, he's buying me a drink, so I'm gonna order like the most expensive drink in the building. Don't do that. You know what I mean?
Giving ratchet street whore.
Literally. So for me, like I said, I just brought us drinks.
And most of the time, people who do that, they're doing it to test your character.
Very well said. So when I brought us a drink, like I said, I brought us the house tequila. So when he's like, oh yeah, get whatever you want, I'm not gonna up myself times 2. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I go to the counter and I'm just like, oh, can we have 3 tequilas? Because I was gonna get him one, me one, and my girl one. So I'm like, oh, 3 tequilas. And the bartender was like, oh, okay. Next thing you know, I see, and it was really loud. So if you wanted to talk to the bartender, you kind of had to speak into his ear. So next thing you know, I see homegirl Tina speaking into the bartender's ear, and she's like saying something or whatever, but I couldn't hear. So then he turns to me and he's like, okay, so you want 3 drinks, you want 3 shots of Azul. I didn't know what the heck Azul was. Like I said, I'm a house girl. I'm like, I want a house. So I never heard of Azul, nothing. So
this girl said, give me 3 Azul. One for the white man and one for the DJ. One for Nicki Minaj and one for my aunt.
Right. So she's like, oh, can you have Azul? So I'm just like, I don't know what Azul was. So I'm just like, okay, maybe that's like a Don Julio, Patron. So he looks at me, he's like, 3 shots, right? I was like, oh, okay. And he goes again, so 3 shots of Azul. Like, and I'm just like, what is up with this Azul thing? Why is he trying to make sure that everybody understands what it is?
Because it's Azul.
Right, but I didn't know that. So I'm just like, yeah. So then he's like, okay. Next thing you know, he pours the shots, right? And then he pours the shots, and basically, like, he has the shots on the counter, but he doesn't really give it to us yet. He just kind of has it, and he's like, all right, so basically, where's your card? Pay up. So Tina, I was about to say her name. Tina goes and gets the guy, like, oh, can you come pay? So the guy ends up coming, and he's like, all right, so how much is the total? But before he even really sees the total, he sees that, like, he sees the Azul bottle. So he's like, yo, y'all ordered Azul? Yo, I ain't even trying to drink Azul. I ain't even thirsty. Like, I didn't even want a shot for myself. Like, he switches up, right? But granted, he switches up because he didn't expect it to be Azul. So I don't blame him. So he's like, yo, y'all ordered Azul? I didn't want to drink
I would do the exact same thing because...
Right. And then he's like, yo.
I don't blame the man. I don't blame the man at all.
Literally. And then he's like, yo. Then I see him talking to his homeboy, and I heard him say to his homeboy, he goes, yo, these thirsty hoes just order Azul.
Jesus is Lord. Trust LA man. They're not even going to wait before they tell you where your class is.
Okay? He's like, yo, these thirsty hoes just ordered Azul. And then his boy was like, Azul? Man, they both walked away, okay? So now they walked away. So I'm like, what is the big deal about Azul? Why is everybody saying Azul, Azul? Because like I said, I don't know what Azul is. I look at the bill, and I remind you, when I brought us 2 drinks, the drinks came up to, 2 drinks came up to $32. When I looked at that bill for the Azul, it was $160 for 3 shots of Azul. I said, oh. So what did I do? I walked away too. Left her at the bar. So I walked away. Then when I walk away, whatever, I'm talking to my homeboy that invited us, and I'm just like, yo, Tina just literally got us in some mess right now. I don't know what to do because I'm not trying to pay for that. Tina don't have no money. So I don't know why she's ordering that in the first place. I'm like, I don't know what to do, but I'm not paying for that. Next thing you know, Tina comes, and I'm like, yo, Tina, why would you do that? Why would you order the most expensive drink in the building? Like, why would you do that? Like, and she's like, oh, well, he said that you can order whatever you want. I'm like, yeah, but like within reason. So then whatever, I'm like, honestly, I think we should get lost. I think we shouldn't be kind of standing near the bar still. I think we should kind of get ourselves lost in the middle so that just in case security comes. She goes, oh, Nikki, you like to worry too much. You're worrying. We'll be okay. I'm like,
Nikki
okay.
is a big... Nikki, you know, you kind of have mother energy even if you don't have kids.
Oh, yeah, no, I do. So I'm like, because my intuition is strong. So I'm just like, okay. I'm like, but what I'm telling you is that I feel like the security guard is going to come up to us, and when they do, I'm going to let you speak. She goes, yeah, you're forcing it. It's not going to happen. I'm like, okay. Next thing you know, 3 minutes later, I see from the corner of my eye, tap, tap, tap on her shoulder. This big old woman security guard. And woman security guard play even less than men security guard. Because, you know, when you're a woman, you look good. You can kind of work the security guard. But if it's a woman that's not interested, she's just a security guard doing
Why
her
do
job.
you think that they sent you the female security guard? Why do you think
Literally, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, when I tell you, I was like this at the club. I was like, I see tap, tap, tap on that girl's shoulder. I said, turn right back around, kept mind my business. I told her, when they come up to you, like, I'm gonna let you speak. Next thing you know,
she's tapping you.
I feel tap, tap, tap on my shoulder.
Yup.
I'm like, I turn around like, the girl Tina's like, oh, well, the lady wants to know, like, she said someone has to pay for the bill. because the drink's already been poured. So like someone has to pay. So now I have to take control of the situation because the girl obviously is giving up her rights to to the situation. So next thing you know, the security guard is like, come into this room. Took us to this secluded room, right? When I say I was so scared because we were no longer like in range of people seeing us. We were literally.
They can deck you and all your rights in that room are
Okay.
non-existent. Okay.
We were
Next time when you order Azul, you must have $160.
So we were literally like on a staircase. And I kept looking down and seeing that there was a lot of flights. Okay. Okay. So then it was like we joined her, like that security guard, and like two big old male security guards. So I'm like really nervous. And they're like, honestly, we don't really care what the story is. You ordered Azul, it came from your mouth, so y'all gonna need to pay for it. And then I'm trying to explain like, oh no, the guy said that. Now I'm trying to blame everything on the guy because he left and there's no way that they were gonna, reach him or whatever because I don't even remember how the guy looked. Never mind then. So I'm like, no, he said that he wanted Azul. I'm trying to blame it on him to kind of take the heat off of us, aka off of her, which is reflecting me. Like it's just literally bouncing on me. So I'm like, no, he said that he's gonna pay for it. He said he wanted Azul. He said for us to order Azul. They're like, the guy's not here. We don't know where he's at. So now either A, you could go to jail, or 2, pay this bill. Or 3, be escorted out. So I look at the girl. The girl's like, I can go to jail. I don't care. I can go to jail. I can go to jail.
Next time you will check who you are going out with.
Okay. I'm like, you think me? I'm gonna go to jail for a shot of Azul? You think I'm gonna become somebody's girlfriend in jail for a shot of Azul? So I was just like, it's okay. We can be escorted out. They're like, okay. So they took us down the staircase. And it was just so scary because even while they were talking to us, interrogating us, they kept looking down at the staircase. So it made me think like, oh my gosh, I don't know what type of LA Hollywood movie scene they think this is, but I don't want them to beat us up and throw us down the staircase and get rid of our bodies. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I was so scared. So finally, like, they took us down the staircase and they made sure somehow we ended up like in front of the club, right? Like we kind of had to go through the front where everyone was paying to get in, to get out of the club, like where the line was, like the long line. They wanted to make us embarrassed that we was getting kicked out. But me and my classy self, honey, I was like, oh, honey, they ain't gonna embarrass me. I'm gonna act like they're escorting me out because I didn't know where the exit was. So as soon as I got out or whatever, and they were trying to embarrass us, like basically like just mad loud body language, like right this way, like get out. I was like, thank you so much. I was at the back. I go, thank you so much. Have a nice night. And kept walking right on out, honey. Then, as soon as we got like far enough, I turned to her. I'm like, Tina, why would you order the most expensive drink on the menu?
These thirsty hoes.
These thirsty hoes just ordered Azul. I'm like, why would you do that? You know what she said? She's like, well, at the end of the day, if he was broke, he just should have said that.
Hey! Next time.
You're broke. You didn't say that. So why is he going to say that? So I'm just like, oh my gosh. Then her friend comes because we're meeting up with her friend or whatever. So her friend ends up coming, right? I don't really know the girl like that, but her friend ends up coming. So the girl's like, oh, what happened? Why are you guys outside the club? I tell this story. I'm like, well, basically, Tina, this is what happened, blah, blah, blah. So I'm thinking the girl's going to be mature, and she's going to be like, yeah, Tina, why'd you do that? Like, why'd you order the most expensive drink? You know what? But the girl, the friend said, she goes, well, I mean, at the end of the day, if he was broke, he should have just said that.
The two of them are the same. The two of them are the same. Oh, Jesus, man.
2 of them. I'm like, all right, this is going nowhere. I can't be with women like this. Like, this is out of, like, I'm higher than this. Like, this is not
Mickey
my league. I'm like, I don't want to be with women that think, like, everyone wants a man to pay their bills. Everyone wants men to pay, for their life, their lifestyle.
I don't want a man to pay for my life.
But, like, the average woman would love for a man that's willing to pay for her life, her life insurance.
It always comes with a price. Nothing is free.
Nothing is free. But it's like, for me, it's like, I don't need a man to pay for my life, first off.
Nicki Minaj, Nabanya, speak your truths.
And no, seriously.
What?
And then on top of that, it's just like, you cannot, like, would you want someone to do that to you? Like, if
Be
you...
human.
Yeah. Like, out of the kindness of your heart, if you offering someone a drink and they order the loudest drink in the building, the highest drink in the building, would you want to pay $160 for a shot that's going to go down, and you're probably still not going to be nice, or like you're probably still not going to be tipsy or whatever? Like, have some class. Ugh. So moral of the story, I had to get rid of her. Granted, I gave her 3 more chances, and then I had to get rid of her, because in 3 more chances, 3 more things happened of that sort.
Hey, Inyama.
Where I just realized, okay, like, this is who she is. Like, I really do like her as a person, but just when she goes out, the life that she wants to live, the Hollywood Instagram model, like, that's what she wants, and that's not who I align with, so it wasn't gonna work out. So sorry.
Nicki Minaj. You say what?
That's my story, you guys.
I'll tell you, Nicki has stories for days. Don't even play with. Don't play with Nicki. Don't play with Nicki. Don't play with her. Don't play with her.
For days.
She got a story for days.
My mom used to tell me that when I was younger, she knew that, like, I really was like a great storyteller, and I really wanted like the attention of the room when I told a story. When like if I was to tell her a story and she was to be listening to me, and then she like looked away real quick, I would start the story all over from the beginning because she looked away. And I'm still low key like that now. Like, if someone's looking at me, I'm telling the story, and like they look away, or they're like, oh, hold on, and they go like on the other line or do something, and then they come back, I feel like I have to rewind, because like they need to get back in the story, and like they need to be a character in the story so they can get the full effects.
Girl, I was inside that club with you. You seen that Tina? I was there. I was right there.
Wait, which one?
I was
Okay.
I was listening to Tina. They're asking what's the 3 chances you give Tina.
The 3, oh my gosh. Like, first of all, the last chance I gave her, to make a very long story short, or whatever, like, it was time for us to go one day at the club, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, all right, time to go. So she's like, no, please. She's like, please, let's just stay for 30 minutes. But me, I'm like, this club is not my vibe. I don't like it. It's low budget. I don't like it. Right? But she wanted to be there. So I'm like, okay, well, Tina, 30 more minutes. That lip color is everything, honey. Killing the game.
Nice.
Wow. Dark-skinned woman with a red lip. You cannot top it. Wow. That is gorgeous. Y'all see that? Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
I'm obsessed. I love it.
Thank you, Nicki Minaj.
Oh. So
Nicki, you're making me blush.
so where was I at in the story? Darn it, I just lost my chain of thought.
We're talking about
Tina.
The last chance.
Oh, right. So she wanted to stay. So I'm like, okay, whatever, 30 more minutes. 30 minutes came up. I'm like, all right, let's wrap it on up. So I'm looking for her, right? I can't find her. So my face gets like my facial expressions, I can't really hide them. So I'm just like looking.
You can't hide it to even save money.
I cannot. So I'm just like looking around. I'm like, so I guess like the security guard that like we passed or whatever when we came in, seen me looking confused. So he came up to me. He's like, oh, you're looking for your homegirl? I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, right this way. I'm like, okay. So I'm following him. Next thing you know, I'm following him a little bit more. Next thing you know, I'm following him a little bit more. Now we're in the back of the club. I'm like, okay. Now we're in the back of the club. I'm like, what the? Now we're outside in the driveway. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Your girlfriend.
So then this other security guard, he comes, he goes, oh yeah, you're looking for your homegirl? Yeah, here are her shoes.
Jesus.
Here are her shoes.
Should I carry they go where you don't know, eh?
He's like, oh yeah, here are her shoes. I'm
hey,
like,
they gave me your front shoe.
I'm like, thank you. And they were really my shoes. So I'm like, thank you for my shoes. I'm like, thank you. oh, here's her
So
purse.
she borrowed your shoes.
She borrowed my shoes. And she can't even fit them. She wears size 9, I wear size 7. I don't know how she did it. So he was like, here are her shoes. I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh, here's her purse. Here's her purse. Thank you. Where is she? I see her. She's like, this guy is like kind of like chilling like on top of the car, whatever. And she's basically like on him, like, just like standing there like, what? No, okay. Or her barefoot. No, oh no, for real? No, whatever. I was humiliated. I was like, all right, it's time to go. I ordered an Uber, right? So then I'm like, hey, it's time to go. 30 minutes is up. She's like, oh, okay. So I'm walking to the Uber, right? Walk. I get into the Uber. I rearrange myself. I get settled into the Uber. I look back. She's nowhere to be found. I'm thinking she's behind me the whole time. She's nowhere to be found. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like to the Uber driver, I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'll be right back. I just have to get my friend. Like, I'm so sorry. I trace back to where I just came from. I go get her. I see her. She's like around like 4 dudes, right? Shoes off still. Whatever, cause you're broke, whatever. I had to snatch her by the wrist, like, let's go. I'm like, let's go. She finally came into the Uber.
Jesus.
I was like, she's too drunk right now for me to tell her that her behavior is just not acceptable. Let me just wait till I get home. We got home. I was like, she's still a little drunk. I don't really want to talk to someone when they're drunk.
Me, I would tell you.
But I'm just like, it's just gonna start an argument, and then you guys are both
drunk argument.
You know what I mean? So I'm just like, let me just avoid it. But then she starts talking. So now we're in my room, right? We're eating chicken wings. We're just chilling on my bed. We're eating chicken wings from Wingstop. Gotta have them. So as we're eating the chicken wings, she's like, oh my gosh, my friend, let's say Ashley. She goes, oh my gosh, my friend Ashley, like the way she was acting the other night when we went out with her, like she was embarrassing me. Like she was rolling all over the floor at the club. She was really embarrassing, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, maybe this is a good opportunity to tell her that she has similar behavior. So I was like, Tina, I'm like, you, like, no shade, but you kind of, like, that's how I kind of felt towards you tonight. But I'm trying to still be nice. I'm just trying to give her a little bit and then go into detail tomorrow when we're both sober. But she's like, oh, what do you mean? I was like, you were doing the usual, dancing on trash cans. You were just being real loud, real ghetto. She's like, no, I wasn't. I was like, I'm so sorry that I have to do this. Took out the receipt. I had to record her because I knew that, and I wasn't gonna like record and use the footage to post on my Instagram or anything. I was just gonna record her because I know her and I know that she's gonna say that it didn't happen.
I'm never loud. Like
Right. So I was just like, oh, like this is a video of you. So she looked at the video of me. She got real quiet. And then I'm like, yeah, that's your behavior of the night. So I'm thinking, okay, she's kind of taking it in. I keep eating my chicken wings. Next thing you know, she gets up and she's like, you know what, Nikki? F you. I'm like, okay. And I'm not like a cusser or anything like that. But now she's getting me out of character. So now I have to say it back. No, Tina. F you. Now I'm out of character. And I hate when people get me out of character because I'm really loving, sweet, nice. I'm not going to be arguing back and forth. You know what I mean? So now, whatever, she's like packing up her stuff to go. At this point, it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. She's packing up her stuff to go, whatever. And then basically, I was just like, you were just acting real ghetto, and you were very embarrassing. We always speak about, you know, not looking approachable. You were extremely approachable. You were even arguing with one of the people that were trying to let us in. You were arguing with them, like this lady that was like taking names at the door. You were arguing with her. Like someone on her team had to come and check you before we even got in. Like you were doing the most. You were doing
You're
the most.
doing too much.
Right. So then, to make a long story short, she ended up basically leaving. But when she left, she got into my parking lot. So I have to press a clicker for my garage to open. So I realized I didn't have my phone. So I was like, where the heck is my phone? I know I ain't that drunk. I'm looking for my phone. I never have my phone on vibrate, nothing. Because I have clients texting me, calling me all the time, so I like to keep my phone on ringer. So I'm like, where the heck's my phone? I didn't see it. I'm like, this girl probably took my phone. So I go downstairs to meet her in her car. I'm like, Tina, where is my phone? She's like, oh, I don't have your phone. Open up this gate, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, Tina, literally, where is my phone? Oh, you think I need your phone? I have my own phone. I'm like, okay, well, feel free to camp out here because I'm not opening the gate until you give me my phone because I know you have it. She's like, oh, I'll call your phone right now. I don't have it. I'm like, okay, call it in a minute when I get back upstairs or whatever. And then if I find it, I'll let you out. I went back upstairs. Supposedly she was calling my phone. I'm like, it's dead silent in my apartment. I don't hear no vibrate, no ringer, no nothing. I'm like, where is my phone? I go back downstairs, have another talk with her. Tina, you're not leaving without my phone. And 5 o'clock in the morning, no one else is going to come at this time. I'm like, you're not leaving if I don't get my phone. She's like, well, I ain't got nowhere to be. I ain't got no job and nowhere to be. So I could camp out here. I don't care. I can camp out here. I'm like, okay, well then do just that. I go back into my apartment. I'm looking, I'm searching. I'm tearing my whole room up. Literally tearing everything. Like my room looked like a jungle because I'm just like, where's my phone? Okay. Finally go back down to her. I'm like, I can't find my phone, so you're just not leaving. Next thing you know, she's like, oh my gosh. So she comes into my room to come help me look for the phone. So she comes into my room, and while she's in my room, I'm like, okay, let me go into my kitchen to see if the phone's in my kitchen. Go into the kitchen, don't see it, I come back in the room. Next thing you know, she goes, oh, do that, find my iPhone thing. I'm like, okay. I take her phone, I do the find my iPhone, right? It tells me that the phone is here in my building. I'm like, let me call it. So I called her on her phone. Next thing you know, I hear my phone vibrating. All of a sudden, remind you, I never have my phone on vibrate because I purposely keep my phone not on vibrate for my clients. I hear then she's acting like she's looking for the phone. Next thing you know, she goes into the hamper, deep down, the lowest part of the hamper. She finds my phone. And she's like, here you go. And I was like, I ought to mop your face with this. I really and like I said, I'm not a fighter. None of that. But I'm like, I literally ought to mop this floor with your face right now because you know you stole my phone. You stole my phone. She's like, oh, no, I didn't. Whatever. Just let me out. I'm like, we are 100% done. I felt like it was like a breakup with a man. I'm like, we're 100% done. Never again will I talk to you ever again. You try to steal my phone. We could have room for redemption if she didn't steal my phone. Like, we have room to like talk and maybe like come to some type of agreement. But you know
what level of proprioception you should have as a person to realize that she has your phone before she left your building. Like, Nikki, I have to give you kudos for that. Because me, if I don't reach your house, I will not even know my phone is not. So, like, you need to be very aware for you to know that she had your phone. And that was, like, kudos to you, baby.
Yeah. And I got my phone back. And I was just like, how dare you? Like, after everything that I do for you, like, I try to help your life. I literally try to, like...
You know, see, the thing about girlfriends and relationships, people don't know how deep it goes. It's like a relationship with a man. That's why what she's doing is affecting you because she's like almost like your friend. Her what she does is gonna affect you.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why you're like, hey, stop like being barefoot talking about you're broke, because it's affecting the way people look at and perceive you. Yeah. And so having a girlfriend and having a relationship, some people think that, oh, it's just a girlfriend. No, it's not.
But yeah, so all in all, the girl done blocked me on every social media. like I did something, like I stole her phone. But yeah, we're no longer.
I noticed the people who do horrible things want to always look like they're the victims. They always want to say, I blocked her. You for the person who.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. You look gorgeous.
Thanks, Mama.
All black with a red lip. Period.
It's giving. Period.
Period. Period. Oh.
Period. Period.
Someone said lipstick name, please. Yes.
Lipstick name is Fenty. Fenty, Hunty.
That lip is piercing.
I know.
Like it looked like it was literally created for you. It's crazy. Like, do you see how good it compliments you?
Rihanna.
Oh my gosh.
Rihanna. Korra, pin Nikki's page. Nikki, we've not pinned your page. Can you imagine?
Oh, so sorry, you guys.
Nick at night.
Nick _ ATNITE.
Nikki Nabania, aka Nick at night. So go follow Nikki. And if she has your time, she's gonna tell you some more story. Story time. Well, I'll be like bicycle. When are we moving today? Like I literally have to go pick up my boxes. We need to move. Nikki, you have to help me again.
Let's move. Yes.
But first we have to go do the content.
Right. Okay, let's go. Because I have to leave I have a client technically at 5, but I can move them for 6.
Let's go. Pick
Let's
up the boxes,
go.
do the content, and start moving. Pick up the boxes, do the content, then start moving. Pick up the boxes, do the content, then start moving. Okay, bye guys.